Hey guys, Tyrip here bringing you some more Warcraft 3 action. Yeah, nice pull there. Playing for today's pointing in the south, we've got Sock playing as human and going for the Archmage first. Going for a lab creep here with the militia. There's something in the north we have Lawliet playing as Night Elf and going for the Fire Lord. This is on Concealed Hill and another one from the Xellosred World Championships.
A player's forces are under attack.
Putting the damage back onto the lava spawn here. And there we go. Looks like pretty smooth sailing there for Sock, creeping out the lab. Leaving the water elemental behind, just in case he needs the reveal. Maybe it's just about night time, but maybe the water elemental will expire before then. Tech underway. And a slight lead in the tech for Lawliet. And Sock, he's like, oh, I'm up against a Fire Lord? Alright. Decides to run away after seeing that. Bit more creeping here from Lawliet with the lava spawns. Wonder if he'll be able to get them to split in time before they expire. Meanwhile, the Fire Lord coming on the offensive, looking to interrupt the creeping here, trying to go for some steals. I don't think he got it there. And that would look like a deny there on the water elemental. I noticed a couple of things like denies showing up with the exclamation mark or the gold mine showing 5 out of 5. It doesn't show up for the other player. I think initially I was worried. Thought that would be because whoever won showed their gold mine, but I think it's just player 1 gets their gold mine in these replays. It doesn't necessarily mean that player won the match.
Player's forces are under attack.
So it's good news. I thought we're going to get spoilers every match, you know, but I don't think that's the case. Okay, so a bit more creeping. Level 3 on the Archmage. Got the greater healing potion. And the Fire Lord's not quite level 3 yet. Does have the boots.
A town is under siege.
Getting some nasty damage onto that footman who's running towards the fountain.
A player's forces are under attack.
No, still not quite level 3 there. Staffing back in. So coming in for some cancels. Ancient of Wonders going to go down here. This comes through, but doesn't get a super good detonate. Only doing some damage to the water elemental. Not burning the mana off the Archmage either. Got the archers coming back in after finishing off the creep camp. And oh boy, we got a Naga Sea Witch coming in. With the cold arrow looking to kill the Archmage here. It's going to be close. Very, very close. Oh, he does force the greater healing potion.
The town is under siege.
Didn't want to take the risk. Cycling the low health wisp into the gold mine. Nicely done. And looks like he's going to finish off that water alley. So I imagine we're going to see a boots transfer onto the Naga Sea Witch. But I'm not exactly sure when. Meanwhile, just a straight tech to tier 3 here from Lawliet. Panda picked up from Sock. That's a strange one. Bit of damage onto the Panda there. Heroes wrapping around. Trying to avoid the wall of footmen there. Trying to get some damage onto the opposing heroes. Naga Sea Witch though, getting a little bit low. You have to fend on the footmen, so they're quite resilient to these archers. I was spawning some trouble. Just trying to micro. He really wants to get that split going. Oh, you can see it. It's about to split. Oh, just before the footman finishes the job there. And that could be enough to assist with the defense. Looks like Sock's going to pull back after that. And didn't get any further cancels. Only one law down though at the moment. But I mean, that's not entirely unexpected, given the straight tick to tier 3. Meanwhile, back here, just a tier 2 build. 1 Sanctum. So it looks like it's going to be rifle cast action from Sock, and that's, you know, pretty expected for Sock. When rifle caster wasn't super strong, he'd play it quite often. Bit more creeping here. A little light. Starting to mix in some beers now. Second law going down. See Sock about 15 food ahead. So he's a pretty nice army right now. Doesn't have the Mountain King though, so you know, he turns around and goes for a fight like this, but there's nothing holding the Night Elf army in place. Doesn't have any slow from the Sorks either. So Lawliet can just run away. That's exactly what he's doing.
A player's forces are under attack.
You know, much harder to go for this Ogre Lord pull without the Mountain King stunning it in place. So he's going to go for a surround. He's got a Sork in the mix now. And nicely executes surround there. So the big item is going to go to Sock. He gets a Helm of Valor. Alright. Light wrapping around here. All Venom now on the Fire Lord. And he didn't transfer over the boots to the Nagasee, which I'm a little bit surprised about that.
Forces are under attack.
Nice training complete for the Bears. Gonna pump out a few more of them. Kind of interesting that he did actually end up deciding to go for Bears in spite of going straight to tier 3. So we might see some Mountain Giants in the mix. Maybe that was too much of a stretch, but you know, Mountain Giants are very strong on this map with the fountains. But maybe he just couldn't afford to, you know, spend all that time taking them up. Bear getting picked off here as it tries to join the Night Elf army. Now Sock pushing into the base, going for the kill on the Law. No Nature's Blessing, so the Law is taking quite a lot of damage here. Doesn't have the extra armor. Okay, and that is a lot of bear illusions.
A town is under siege.
Like, oh, Sock's like, where the hell did this many bears come from? And he decides to run away. Kind of hard to tell that they're an illusion from that Breath of Fire as well. Might have hit its damage cap. Nice deny. Wow, there we go. And we got to see it, and the exclamation mark coming up. I think those are the map mods from W3 Champions that's allowing those denies to be displayed like that. Okay, there we go. Level 4 from the Fire Lord. Oh, defend Footman bouncing so many archer shots, but down goes one of them. And that's level 3 on the Nagasee, which now the Forked Lightning's going to be really strong. Looking to pick off a Sork here. Just chasing him down with this Fire Lord with the boots. The disrespect here. And maybe Sock regretting making that panda now because he is just unable to fight back in this kind of scenario. No crowd control. And there we go. Sock gets picked off by the Lava Spawn charging in there. Now the Bears thinking about charging into the base. There we go, picks off one archer with the Breath of Fire. We've got the Blood Mage in the mix now. Once again, it might be tricky getting value out of the Blood Mage. Nothing to hold the opposing units in place. Transfers a bit of mana over to the Panda. Panda very, very close to level 3 here, but not quite. And a nice heal on the move there from Lawliet to keep that safe. Doesn't have any staffs yet, so these bears are a little bit vulnerable. We've got a couple big camps left, both the expansions, both the fountains. Looks like Sock gonna head over to the fountain on the left. And Food Cows, both players at 50. Lawliet with a little bit more in the bank. No, I spoke too soon. Looks like he's invested all of that now. Ultra Vision. Going for double moonwells also, and maybe a item or two. Yeah, got the staff. Okay, coming in for the harass. We do have one knight out for Sock. Takes down the dragon, but gonna have to town portal out after this. That's a nasty creepjack. Very good timing on that. It was just long enough, you know, that maybe Sock thought Lawliet was creeping on the other side, and now Lawliet gonna head over to the other side. Go for that camp. What is Sock gonna do? Is he gonna push over and try creepjack, return the favor? Lawliet going for an expansion now, trying to continue the bank at 50.
Player's forces are
Sneak in
under
an
attack.
expansion while he's at it. Whereas Sock pushing up, close to 60 food now. Right, Sock's just going to go for the expansion camp himself. So Lawliet going to be able to creep this out unharassed. So he got the boots of Calthalas there. So that Fire Lord, he's going to have some pretty good attack speed. Plus 10 agility. Pretty good damage too. He's an agility based hero. He's just coming into the human base and going to start smacking these peasants. Sorcerer staffed back. Gotta look for the slow here. Here we go, slowing the Fire Lord. And here comes the rest of the human army. Does have the staff, but yeah, once again with no bolt to interrupt the staff. Lawliet can be a lot more aggressive in this scenario. Looks like he's gonna pick off maybe like 3 peasants here as well as a Sork. Good dispels there on the lava spawns. Now staffing out. Lost about half his health, but I'd say it was a pretty successful harass. The whole human army held up over here. It might buy a little bit of time for Lawliet to come across and go for the expansion camp creep. Scout Footman does detect the expansion though. So Sock gonna head up in that direction now. Lawliet has broken up keep. Both players at 65 food.
Are under attack.
Quite a lot of Lawliet's food though tied up in production at the moment. So Sock, if he fights right now, should have an edge. He's also got a little bit of food in production. The mortar teams. And a fire now though on the knights that is really, really strong. We've got 4 knights for the dispel. 2 mortar teams, so should be able to bash through this tree quite quickly if he's given the chance. Teams. Oh, there we go. Flame strike. Mass AoE onto the bears. Here come the Wisp looking for some detonate, trying to get rid of the mass and the fire here. And that's causing Sock to turn tail. But there we go. Re-engages with the flame strike. It's a low level, but all the damage counts for the moment. Water team getting picked off there, and Sock not able to hold his ground here. Turning tail. Doesn't have the front line of the knights at the moment. The bear's just charging forwards. We've got a lot of low health units for Lawliet though. It's done a drop. Here goes 1 bear. 2 bears. 2 more extremely low. The other one at the fountain too. He's not safe at the fountain. Didn't fully get crept out over there. Both players at very similar food counts now. Panda in some trouble. Panda could go down here. That Fire Lord's a beast. He's got the roar as well. Now the Blood Mage in some trouble. Also running out there super low. No Paladin for the heals. Oh, one of the bears does go down to the creeps of the fountain. The other one having to get out of there. At the end of that though, Sock with a slight food edge. But Lawliet going to take control of the fountain, and if he can get value out of that fountain, that is a tremendous amount of low health units. He's able to heal up here. Sock has to restart the fight, but I don't know if he can win it. Lawliet with his back to the fountain like that. That's good. Siphoning mana off the Fire Lord. And there we go. He's just about back up to full on his entire army now. Hasn't managed to get the expansion going though, so it's at least a partial win for Sock at the moment. Got the Knights back on the front line as well. Only has 2 mortar teams though. He did lose about 3 of them in that last fight. Could hurt him against the Dryads. Here we go. Starting the fight again. Got the Soul Burn there to interrupt the Blood Mage with the Siphon action. Very late on the Dispel. There we go. Good Flame Strike. Knight frontline holding up pretty well. Good damage onto the Dryads out the back there as well. A couple of them going Kasplat. The Bear frontline holding for the moment. There goes one of the mortar teams. Oh, the Bear's dropping very, very low after that last breath of fire. Good Siphon getting a bit of mana from the Bears even. And now Lawliet's Bears are slow to trying to run out here, but they are dropping like flies. Somehow, Sock holds on in that fight. And now he's in the commanding position. Lawliet about 20 food behind. Such an excellent fight from Sock. Lawliet got that early hero focus, bit of damage onto the Blood Mage, but in the end, the mass AoE here for Sock, maybe it's doing the job now that both his heroes have at least level 2 on their AoE abilities. More bears though for Lawliet. Can't really switch over to the Mountain Giants. Just too much tech. And now the expansion. Lawliet never even got to use it to creep, let alone mine any gold. It's gonna fall. Firelord is about half a level away from 6. So, I mean, Volcano? Once again, you know, no Mountain King for the stun to interrupt. So Volcano could be a thing. Did get buffed a couple patches ago. So, Lawliet about 10 food behind. Bring in a lava spawn here. Oh, that's a big flame strike on top of the bears with the breath of fire. They're quite low after that. Knights are also very low though. Fork lightning. Stuff out on one of them. Lawliet holding for the moment, but his bears are low. So the Knights though, the Knight front line has gone. Unkilled, 2 staffed out. Oh, the bears are very, very low. They're running out now. Still plenty of mana left on the Panda and the Blood Mage. And the mass AoE working nicely against the bears. The bears considering going for a wraparound to the fountain, but perhaps Sock expecting that, rotating across that way, and Lawliet sensing that happening, brings the bears back across to this side. Okay, so the main mines are dry. Okay, a little bit gold left here. So Lawliet now perhaps with the edge can walk his tree across if given the opportunity. Still running down here with the bears. They're not going to be available for the next fight. So it could be trouble for Lawliet. Looks like he's going to try buy some time and stall out here. Just with the highly mobile units here that aren't super vulnerable to the mass AoE style. Nature of War goes down.
A player's forces are
still
attack.
healing. Okay, going after the fountains now with the mortar teams. Good dodge on the flame strike this time. Bear's just about back up to full, just about ready to come back in. We don't have like a huge amount of mana left on the priests for Inner Fire at the moment. So maybe Lawliet can get this one going. He's bringing in the wisps, looking for the detonates this time. It's a good idea. Bringing in the bears from the other side, coming back from the fountain. Could this sandwich maneuver be the ticket for Lawliet? Oh, good dodge on the flame strike with the bears. Didn't take too much damage. A little bit slow bringing up with the rest of the army, though. Good fork lightning. Heal scroll, though, to counteract that. Lawliet still on the charge here. Oh, there we go. The mass AoE. The bears are low. So it's a Blood Mage, though. Blood Mage taking a lot of damage from that Fire Lord. Got another Breath of Fire ready to roll. Oh, okay. The bears trying to run out now. They're very, very low. Level 6 on the Fire Lord. Everything's slowed at the moment. Trying to run out. So, okay, Staff out on the Fire Lord. But the bears are so slow. The Dryad's coming across here. They're also very low. Here we go. Here comes the volcano. The volcano. Oh, man. Oh, look at it go. Oh, my God.
Forces are under attack.
It's actually working. Oh, the priest. The peasants. Staff out, though. Staff out on a couple of those low health units. Fork lightning picking off a couple more. The volcano was strong. The bears running across to the other fountain. And that bought Lawliet a bit of time here. It's about to be daytime, so his Moonwell's not going to be regening for a while. But I mean, it's, you know, Fowler's got a decent chunk of mana here. So does the Naga Sea Witch, so that's alright. Looks like he's going hunting for those last couple peasants that are running out. And I'm not exactly sure what the cooldown is on Volcano. Wonder if it will be available for the next fight. Naga Sea Witch also somewhat close to level 6. And the Volcano... Oh, that's actually a really good idea, coming in here, killing the knight that got staffed out. And if this does devolve into a base race, do we have any peasants?
A town is under
No, we
siege.
don't. Volcano very, very strong against buildings as well. And so is the Naga Sea Witch's ultimate, but she's not going to be able to get level 6. Soul burn out the back there. Oh Lord, a bit low. Got siphoned for a bit. But the army for Lawliet very spread out at the moment. The bears, the heroes. Not the split he wants here. And what's he doing with his Fire Lord? He's attacking his own ancient lore. He's back on task now. I feel like the Fire Lord will probably have his ultimate ready again, but it looks like he just spent all of his mana. Not on that.
A player's forces are under attack.
Bringing in a lava spawn and going for another soul burn. Oh, bit of AoE onto his own knights there. Ouch. The bear's also getting quite low. Firelord coming back across now. Bit of hero focus onto the Blood Mage. Blood Mage getting a bit low. Fork Lightning could do the trick here. Oh, he's invis. Panda also very low though. Panda, Fork Lightning. Down goes the Panda. And there go the mortar teams. We've got a good flame strike, but Sock has to throw in the towel. Somehow Lawliet pulls this one out. That was a really fun match. That was such a good one. Such good fights again and again. Good timings from Sock. Man, that was an entertaining match. But, you know, it all came down to the fountains. Lawliet, you know, thought about going to the left fountain with all those bears. Switched back. Went to the bottom fountain, managed to stall at his base for long enough for all his units to heal up, and then came back in, had a really good fight. The volcano! What a meme. What a game. Incredible stuff there. Oh, man, that was good. Well, anyway, guys, we'll wrap on that. Thanks for tuning in to some more Warcraft 3 action. Until next time, goodbye and good luck.